This is Captain KC with KC Sport Fishing in Mexico Beach and Port St. Joe, Florida. Just wanted to come on today and do a couple of product reviews. Some of the things that we've been using for years, some of the things are brand new, but all in all, I wanted to kind of tell you a little bit about what I think about them. Now, my policy on doing product reviews is I will only review things that I use and I like. I don't speak negatively about any product because in my opinion, everybody has their own opinions as to what they like and they use. But what I review are products that I do like and I have been impressed with. I have at least communicated with the ownership of the companies, and today one of them, I know these guys quite well. I've been working with them for probably 5 years now, and they are great people. So I'm going to get started, and the first thing I'm going to talk about are Johnny Jigs. Johnny Jigs are located down in Pompano Beach, Florida, and these guys, their main product is a slow pitch jig. And for those of you guys who don't know about slow pitch jigging, unlike having to work the jig really fast up through the water column, slow pitch jigging is basically you lift and you let it fall. And you lift the rod and you let it fall. You adjust your depth, you lift and let it fall. Or if you want to drift right along the bottom, you can do the same thing. For older guys like me, it wears you out after jigging for a while, but with the Johnny Jigs, slow pitch jigs, it's much easier to operate. They have a number of sizes for you guys like to do close into shore jigging, or you guys like to do really deep jigging. I mean, if you go on their website, johnnyjigs.com, they've got videos and everything from their products, and they catch all kinds of fish. They catch snowy grouper, they catch those deep drop fish, tuna. They've gotten everything. Johnny and Chris and the rest of the gang down at Johnny Jigs, absolutely love those guys. I look forward to seeing them every year in Orlando in July. But as far as the weights of the products, the ones I have, this is an 80-gram jig, great for close to shore, using on some of your smaller snapper and things like this. Then we bump up to a 100-ounce jig, and it's more for a little bit deeper fishing. It's actually caught up in my little display here, but great colors. I always rig mine with the hooks at what I consider to be the top of the jig, and I also rig mine to where I tie to the split ring and not the jig itself, and that way I've got more control, direct contact with fish. So they sell the whole setup. They sell your swivels, they sell your hook setups, they sell the tandem hook setup. So you can buy everything from them online, and they have other products, pliers and just everything you need basically to jig fish. I've also got this one is a 200-gram jig. This is one of my favorite colors. I also sometimes rig them with a tandem set of hooks on the bottom and the top, but this one is rigged with just tandem on the top. They look a little worn because I do use them. So I got these out here to show you today. And then we bump all the way up here to a 250 gram jig, bigger hooks. Make sure after a while you swap these hooks out because this cord, and it will get a little bit worn at times. They also sell one that has a little wire in the cord, so that's great for your toothy critters. And then they have this one, it's called a torpedo. It's a long, slender jig. What I have found as a charter boat captain is you might not necessarily catch fish on that jig, but that jig will stimulate the bite. You've got it out there, I'm jigging, I'm fishing right next to guys with live baits, and all of a sudden, nothing's going on. I throw the jig out there, I start working it, and all of a sudden other baits start going off on the boat. So I have found that it will stimulate a bite on a slow day when you see fish on your sounder, but nothing seems to bite. The jigs will get an instinctive bite going, and I love them because I can fish these a lot longer than I can a high-speed jig, And I also believe in what Johnny and the guys are doing down there in Pompano. So look them up, johnnyjigs.com, and do some research, but reach out and get you some of these jigs. I highly recommend them. Another product is new to me this year. It's Forgotten Coast Fish Company Salt Strike Baits. And what these are is a special dehydrated cured shrimp, phenomenal for surf fishing. And these guys gave me a couple packs of these to try, and I took them out. It's FC Fish Company. So when you're looking it up online, it's fcfishco.com. They sell for you freshwater guys. They sell chicken livers, and they do the shrimp. I've taken these out offshore and kind of loaded up on Brazilian snapper and mangroves. I've also caught keeper, red grouper on these. I know they look a little funny, but they work, and I was very impressed. And I've given the feedback to the company, and we used these in our Pompano tournament we had back in the spring. They did well, and these guys are just getting rolling. So look them up. So that we can support these guys, these small businesses that are starting tackle companies. I love to see that. I love to see these smaller businesses rolling in the tackle and kind of put the big guys in a little bit of competition. But it's www.fcfishco.com, and I will try to put that in the remarks on the video. So, but try these. Fish them just like you would any other shrimp bait. What I do is I put them on a chicken rig or a dropper rig with 2 hooks, put one on each hook, and honestly, they do work. I was a little skeptical when I first started, but now that I've used them, I put them out there and they work. I'll put them in tandem even with a piece of squid sometimes. Works great. So, but look them up and support these guys. Look up johnnyjigs.com, support those guys. Let's get these small businesses rolling because they are, in my opinion, the heart of the industry, especially in your local area. I've got buddies up in Washington State, Silver Horde, Gold Star Lures up there. My buddy Kelly Morrison makes fantastic lures. I even brought one with me to the state of Florida because I knew it'd work, and I was right. It's their coho killer. It looks like not a candlefish, but it looks like, just a small little bait fish. A glass minnow is what I'm thinking of. You just troll that behind anything, It's got a double bend in it and it wobbles through the water. That's another great product, but it's silverhordelures.com. So look those guys up outside of Seattle, but no matter where you're at, those small spoons will work great. So I just wanted to bring you some new products available. Some old products have been around for a while, but maybe you haven't tried them out, just to give you more information so that you can have the best fishing experience possible.